Hi guys, my name is Juanita. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, if you're returning, you already know what it is. I do hair videos, vlogs, story times, mukbangs, basically whatever I want. It's a me channel, but it is centered around hair because that's what I started my YouTube channel about. So subscribe if you're interested in seeing all the other things that I do as well. But today, yes, it's a Q&A chit chat video with Juanita. You guys are, you're too kind. You're too kind. I feel like I'm giving Tanya Baxter, but I think it's cute. It's a vibe. Lip gloss is popping. It's popping. Got my glasses on. I'm feeling cute. We're gonna do this Q&A video. I'm really excited because in my last video, not my last video, in my wash and go video, I did mention that I did want to get more personal and talk to you guys more and open up more and tell you guys more about my experiences in my life, because I have a lot of things that I feel like are worth sharing. So I asked you guys on Instagram to send me some stuff. So I screenshotted all the questions because I did this like a week ago, and sent them to myself. If you could have any animal as a pet, which one would you have? A cat? I would have a cat and a dog, but honestly I like cats a lot more because you can leave a cat, they could survive by themselves, they're really chill, and you have to earn their affection. I feel like their affection is much more like a dog. You know, a dog's gonna love you and love any stranger if you raise it correctly, but a cat, if they don't like you, they don't like you, and if they don't want to be bothered with you, they don't want to be bothered with you. So when you do get attention from a cat, it just is super extra special. And I would want a Maine Coon. Like, those are like the cats that are like this big. That's the type of cat I would want. Go big or go home. Or one of the cats that have the floppy ears. I saw one on Facebook. Yeah, but honestly, where I am in my life right now, I cannot get a animal, but I am thinking about getting a bunny, but I don't know where to buy one in New York. I haven't seen any places available to get a bunny unless you're gonna go to Jersey, and I'm not going to Jersey. If you know anybody in Brooklyn that's selling a bunny, let me know. My lowest mental and emotional point, that was like 3 years ago, when around the time where I had got kicked out from my house and moved across the country to California with my toxic ex-boyfriend, and then I moved back, so I had nowhere to stay, so I was couch surfing. So I contacted my birth mom. We'll get into that story another time, and she was gonna fly me back out to California because I wanted to go back to my toxic ex-boyfriend. Ended up moving with my birth mom and breaking up with my toxic ex-boyfriend, and then my birth mom ended up kicking me out. I was just like so exhausted. I felt lost. I felt like I literally had no place. I didn't understand what was going on. I was mad at myself and my choices, processing a lot of emotions and going through a lot of things very fast in a very short period of time. And I can say that was my lowest emotional and mental point. Yeah, crazy time. That was like my lowest mental and emotional point. I felt mentally broken, but I didn't feel unbearable. I didn't feel like, you know, the storm wouldn't be over and I wouldn't come out of this, because I wasn't giving myself a choice. I will never give myself a choice to not keep pushing through. I don't know. That was deep. How to create your own lane in this comparison culture. Like, don't go off of anybody else and their opinions, and just do you. It doesn't matter what who's doing on the left or what this person's doing on the right. Like, you just create your own lane and you stick to it, know what you're doing, and just be consistent. Q1. Question 1. Okay. What made you start up a YouTube? Question 2. What's your traits in a guy? Okay, so question 1. What made me start up a YouTube? Well, I've always loved the camera. I like taking pictures of myself and other things. I've loved talking, and I always loved hair. I went to cosmetology school and stuff like that. So putting those things together, I came to YouTube. And also, when I was really young, I used to sit in the mirror for hours and just talk to myself. So they always say it all goes back to your childhood. And here I am sitting in front of a mirrorless camera talking to myself, but talking to you guys. Also, when I was in middle school, I remember my hair falling out because I had a relaxer, and then I ended up YouTubing how to like save my hair. And I was inspired by a bunch of black girls who I saw go natural, and then inspired me to transition my hair, and then it inspired me to want to start a YouTube channel. I over answered that question, but yeah, you got the details. What is it like living in New York City right now? Everything is still like quarantine vibes. It feels like maybe that's just me because I work from home. Like, as you can hear, people are outside. Things are opening up. There's still outdoor dining. There's been outdoor dining in the cold winter. There's been outdoor dining up until now. They're opening indoor dining a little bit. They're opening a little things slowly. They opened up schools, I think either next month or this month, I don't really know. But I guess things are going back to normal. They already released like the vaccines and stuff like that, so slowly but surely things are going back to normal. They're nowhere near where they were last year, where everything was just like ghost town. But yeah, definitely not as busy as it used to be though. How did you lose your baby fat? Honestly, just to change the diet. I wouldn't really even consider it baby fat. I was just chunky because I was just overeating a lot of stuff, eating a lot of pork chops, eating a lot of rice, eating a lot of hamburgers and steaks and fries and just a bunch of food, just a bunch of whatever was available. I love Taco Bell, but what made me lose weight mostly was moving to New York and having to walk so much, and then also becoming vegan and not putting as much junk in my body. So the two combined just made me lose fat. I wouldn't go back to eating meat, I don't think, and I don't think I would go back to eating dairy. There's too many substitutes for the two things at this point for me to even do that if I did crave meat. But yeah, that's definitely what helped me lose my baby fat, especially walking around in Brooklyn. Like when I first moved here, I wouldn't even take the train sometimes if I felt like I could walk there in 30 minutes. Like if it's 30-45 minutes, it's walkable. If you're moving to Brooklyn story, you had posted about it once. So I remember this post, I posted it on Instagram. I was like a memory I found in my Snapchat like from 3 years ago when I first moved to Brooklyn, and I was talking about how far I've come, because when I first came here I was sleeping in somebody's living room and couch surfing for like basically a year. I went from bartending to dancing. Like just not the most ideal situation when you want to move and, you know, restart your life. And I said that I wanted to tell the story on YouTube, and it's been a minute. I'm assuming that's what you're talking about. And I remember you DM'd me about this and we talked about, like, you asked for my opinion on a few things. The story time is definitely coming. It'll probably be like the next video, and if it's not the next video, it'll be the video after the next video. It'll be one of the next 3 videos. Japanese food or exotic fruit? Like, I can't pick. I guess both though. I like fruit and Japanese food, vegan Japanese food, if that's a thing. But yeah, but I guess exotic fruit, because I don't know how vegan Japanese food usually is, but I feel like they have vegan options for sure. So I don't know. Zodiac signs and how I treat people after I find out their sign. So I used to be like heavy into like astrology and stuff like that. I'm definitely not as invested anymore. I'm an Aquarius. I do have a tattoo because that, like, I was obsessed with like all of the horoscopes and stuff like that. Definitely not as much. I definitely don't treat anybody different after finding out their sign. I definitely do, like, all the stuff I do know about signs is like kind of a habit in me to, like, oh, I hear somebody's sign and then I will kind of watch them and be like, that was very Gemini of them, or that was like something a Libra would do. So I don't really like treat anybody different, but I do notice how some signs do kind of act certain ways, but I don't treat you different for it. I let you do you, and how you act is based on how our relationship goes, whether that be platonic or romantic. I don't know why I read it like that. Next question. Okay, is that all the questions? No. I set myself way more questions. No way. Give me a second. Do you ever want kids? Yes and no. I don't want kids right now, and I used to say I never wanted kids. I just wanted to be the rich auntie that spoils everybody else's kids, which I still don't mind. But now that I'm getting older, I'm thinking like, I would want kids, but like in the future when I have nothing else to do and nowhere to put my money, you know? But right now, and how the world is set up, I don't really see that right now or anytime soon. What's your style based on like fashion inspirations you have? I love Rihanna, I love Tiana Taylor. Who else do I love? I love SZA style. Those are like my top 3. How to spot red flags. The best way I can say how to spot red flags is to know yourself so people can't manipulate you, and just, what is it called? Bait and switch. So like a super charming guy in the beginning where he's doing everything for you, and then all of a sudden he starts treating you like crap, that's a red flag. And it's very confusing because you just are stuck on the things like, oh, but he did this for me, he did this for me, and he's only acting like this because he loves me so much, which is a trick. He's just trying to control you. How you grew your hair back so fast? Honestly, leaving it alone. My hair stays in a low bun like 99.9% of the time. If it's not in a low bun, it's in a braid, like 1 braid 24, whatever. By the way, if you guys want to see like a tutorial on this hairstyle, leave a comment please, or like this video so I know you guys want to see it. It's like knotless box braids with like the curls. It's super popular. I see Coi Leray wear it now. I remember I tried doing this hairstyle like way back and I completely failed. I'll link that video down below. Yeah, mostly leaving my hair alone. water and conditioner, not overloading it with products, not over manipulating it. But really, yeah, my hair has grown a lot in even the past 8 months, and I don't even wrap it at night. I only wrap it if I have like a hairstyle that I want to preserve, even though I should wrap it. It's self-improvement. So I guess the topic, self-improvement, leveling up, as I would like to say. As for me right now, what I'm trying to self-improve is, you know, the basics of my life, like trying to get behind the scenes in order so that when I'm ready to present, you know, whatever I'm ready to present to the world, everything is in order and it's not in shambles. You should work and strive to self-improve every day. You should always evaluate your relationships, your surroundings, your habits, and I'm speaking to myself. Constantly hold yourself accountable and always strive to do better, and always try to do better. Even if you fail, continue to try the next day. And I feel like that's the best way to self-improve. That's the way I view self-improvement. I feel like I'm working on a lot of self-improvement right now, breaking a lot of bad habits, evaluating habits I do have and why I have these habits, working on my focus and my time management, which is super hard because I have a struggle with routine and then I have a struggle with not having one. So it's just a really hard balance. I'm working on what works best for me. And self-care, honey. Self-care, self-improvement is self-care, and self-care is needed for self-improvement. Your initial New York move, that story time isn't complete yet. I know. It's really coming, I promise. I'm afraid to tell a little bit because it's just a lot to talk about and I don't want to give too much of other people's business. So I've been trying to like figure out what details I want to share and the most important details I need to share, and just going through that. A lot of you guys are waiting for that story time, and I really want to get up for you guys because it's been quite the experience that I finally feel like I'm out of. Finally, we out of that whole phase of being new to New York and struggling here. But that story time is coming. There's a lot of other story times that are gonna come with that, like how I was a dancer, what else, people I've met, situations I've been in, all that. You guys are gonna get all the tea, trust me. And then I think this is the last one. If not, we're gonna keep going, but I think it's the last one. How's life going for you? Life is going great. Life is great. I have my days where I feel like, wow, but I think that's everybody, especially being in quarantine and just like a lot of the changes that came with coronavirus and stuff like that, and a lot of the changes that came with me setting boundaries with a lot of people and a whole bunch of stuff. Especially, I'm like an extrovert introvert. I've been introverted too long. Like my introverted side really enjoyed the beginning of the quarantine, but now the extrovert me is knocking on the door. She's feels the sun about to come outside and she's ready to come out too. I kind of get antsy and anxious being in the house all the time, but I've been really good lately. Life is going good. I've come so far, and I just feel like I'm finally realizing a lot. I'm just finally realizing a lot, and that's gonna get into more of what we talk about in my coming video. I like the space that I'm in. I feel like I'm making room for the things that are coming to me because I have a lot of space, and I'm not talking about physical space. I'm talking about just space in my life in general. So whether that be opportunities, whether that be people, yeah, I definitely have space for it, and I'm excited to see what it's filled with. I hope I shared everything that I wanted to share in this video. How's life going for you guys? Leave that in the comment section below. So yeah, I think that's gonna be the end of my video. Hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys have a great night, great morning, great evening, great breakfast, great lunch, great dinner, great day at work, great day off, great day on vacation, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. I hope you have a great day, night, whatever. And let me know what you guys think and your opinions on some of the things that I talked about today, and leave more questions below, and subscribe for that story time I was talking about. Yeah, bye. Experiences and stuff like that. And
heart beating fast, let a nigga know that he alive.
Ain't room for guessing. No, we're emotionally invested. Fake niggas smash snakes in the grass. Let a nigga know that he alright. Stop. To feel like, you know, stimulated.
Showing you all my imperfections.
Really make great for enemies. I see, nigga. Is this light too much? This ain't the Rolex, it's the AP, nigga. I'm hot dog. Catch up to me, nigga. Couldn't resist. And it is a struggle because doing regular things like recording this video takes 3 hours and I didn't even start yet, and I started sitting in front of this camera at 7 and it's 9.
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.